All right, this is a good one. This video is covering the Champions of Mandalore Bundle. Here are the prices for these upcoming cosmetics. For obvious reasons, I'm using the Razor Crest for this gameplay as my glider. So what's interesting about the prices is not only is a 2,500 V-Buck bundle, but the weapon wrap is sold with the Mandalorian warrior outfit, because the weapon wrap copies the same colors you use for your Mandalorian armor creation. So I do have like a charcoal gray, a gold, and a red, because I was copying one of the variations of the Vegas Golden Knights uniforms. So that is why I have the current colors for this Mandalorian creation. As you might be able to see here, my wrap is a red and a gold to copy the same colors as my armor, which is pretty cool. It also claims that the wrap is reactive. I have no idea how it's reactive. I haven't noticed the wrap being reactive at all. Someone's here. Someone's here. All right. So wrap is claiming to be reactive. I haven't seen how it is reactive personally. Also, the Pickaxe has a edit style for reactivity on or off. You will see that it's currently vibrating as a jigsaw saw blade would, but I don't see any changes upon farming or hitting opponents in creative. Maybe it's supposed to speed up with more weak point hits here, but it's always this same animation. So I'm not sure about that. Now, a closer look at the weapon wrap here, you can see it does match my current armor colors with that charcoal gray, gold, and red. And I did see you over there, and I'm coming for you. The back bling does have nice physics with the cape, but I do want to mention, because I've already kind of looked into this, the cape is not a seamless transition on other characters. It is only wrapped around the shoulders here and in front of the neck on this specific outfit. We're kind of used to seeing that in the past, so I'm not completely shocked by that, but I just wanted to point that out. One of two emotes, the Beskar Forge. What's interesting about the actual emote is I currently have that clan insignia on my shoulder armor there, and I thought it might have taken place of whatever clan insignia you have. Unfortunately, it's always going to be this same forge here. I thought it was going to like kind of interchange what you were actually forging, but that doesn't seem to be the case. And then the other emote here, Whistling Bird Salute, you can use with any outfit in the game. It will simply put the weaponized wrist attachment there on other outfits upon triggering that without this outfit. So keep that in mind as well. Within the locker, it's a little overwhelming with all of the options you have with the armor, but also very cool. So what I had in the gameplay was the strength, honor, spirit, and strength lower body. The entire honor set looks like this. Now, the rangefinder piece on these helmets are not reactive to aiming down sights. Keep that in mind. I've already tested it. Unfortunately, they're always going to look just like an antenna on your head. I don't know why we don't have the option to have it reactive or not, but you do have the option to remove them at a later edit style selection here, so that's pretty cool. This is the spirit from head to toe. Now, the only edit style, or I guess armor style, that doesn't have a sidearm was the strength. All three others do have a sidearm option, which is pretty cool. And then we have the loyalty option as well here from head to toe. So very cool options here. I'm going to go back to strength because it's probably the most aggressive looking one in my opinion. Of course, you can change your patterns. I have the arc. Here's, you know, slash, diamond, etc. So you guys can play around with those once it actually releases. Insignia as well. On the shoulder armor, I have the mythosaur, but obviously you can choose any of them that you would like. Also, you can remove it if you don't want it on there at all. You can also remove any patterns if you just want a, you know, non-decorative Mandalorian armor. The rangefinder, like I said, you can remove these completely with the strength. There's not too much to remove, but they are there. And then if I go back to the other edit styles here for the helmets, you can see no longer do they have the rangefinder equipped on the helmet. So not sure why they didn't just let it lower like Boba Fett's. Maybe they wanted to keep that exclusive to Boba Fett. I have no idea. You can also remove the shoulder armors here, like the aggressive Beskar armor here. if you would like to. There's also on various outfits, depending on what you have equipped, the torso accessories on or off. So you can see with this current style here with Spirit, I can actually remove the accessory here along the chest if you like the armor, but you don't want the accessory. So you have options for things like that. You also have the same options for the lower body as well here. This should remove, what was this remove on here? Lower body. Oh, it removed the blade down here. So if you don't want like this extra stuff here, because maybe you think it's too bulky, it's too much, you can also take off that as well. And then the color options, there's a ton. I mean, your armor base, I have a charcoal. I'll change it to a white to show you a dramatic difference here within the armor colors. The armor accent, I have gold. I'm going to change it to a green now, so you can see what that changes here. The cloth is pretty cool as well. It does give it a different vibe. If you want more of like an earth tone, you can do like browns, like a gray olive. This one's called sand dune, etc. We're going to change that to a brown. The pattern as well, you can see, is currently a nutmeg or a red. This will be the majority of the color you have on your weapon wrap as well. So if I change this to a yellow, you can see what it changes here. We're going to actually put that to same thing before, nutmeg. And then you can change the clan color as well if you have one equipped. You can see it's going to now be a gold here, which is pretty cool. And then the leather option, which would be like your accessories on your knife, your waist, etc. You can see what is changing here, I believe, unless it was just the waistband here. Yeah, so it'll also change like the strap depending on the armor you have selected. So this will now be like that nutmeg red leather here. If I were to change it, now it's black, etc. So a lot of options, guys, with the armor alone. A lot of options. With the back bling, it is a seamless transition. I probably mentioned in my gameplay already that it is not a seamless transition on other outfits. So we're going to change this to this dark cyan. Obviously, you can change the pattern colors to match the armor or mix and match, whatever you would like. You can also have no pattern as well. You can change the color pattern color, obviously, just like we did with the armor. You can have the same insignia on your cape to match your shoulder if you would like. Again, you can change the color of your insignia as well. You can see it changing on the cape there. And now the metal base will not showcase on the outfit because this cape was made for it. So if I go to a different outfit with the cape selected, let's just say Wookiee Team Leader, you will now see it is not a seamless transition anymore. And then this last option within your back bling will change this metal base on the back bling. In case you were curious, George, that's what this changes. So the pickaxe, I actually went back and looked at one of the fights in the Book of Boba Fett between Mando and the other Mandalorian for that like black lightsaber blade. And his blade actually is moving like this within that fight scene. Now, I don't know how it's reactive, but you can actually turn that off if you don't want to see that consistent vibration of the blade there. So that is a pretty cool little option. I didn't catch that upon watching it. I had to go back and look at that just now. So the Beskar Forge emote as well, included in the bundle. You can also have the reflection within the visor of the helmet, which is pretty cool during the emote. And a nice little detail, you know? Nothing crazy, but it's nice. And then we have the whistling bird salute. Pay attention to the left arm again during the emote. You will see that little weapon detachment does appear, which also does the same thing on other outfits. In case you were curious, this is what it looks like on the Wookiee Team Leader here. It appears during the emote, so now you know. Change around my Mando a bit, but equip and equip. Different sounds, different streaks on the shield and the blade side. Different impacts as well. I'm okay with it. Also, because of my armor colors here, you can see my weapon wrap is now different. Pretty cool. Does match what I have going on here. And again, the rangefinder does not go down while aiming down sights. Very interesting by Fortnite to not do that again. But I still think I should be paying attention here. If the pickaxe is any different, even now that I still have no idea why it's reactive. I do think, other than the original Mando and Boba Fett, In my opinion, this is one of the best Star Wars outfits in the game right now. It's just what I'm into. I think it's very, very cool. Any components? Like, again, Pickaxe is reactive. I don't know if that's the correct name for it in case I'm missing something. I could be missing something. The shield doesn't look as blue right now. It's a shield more blue when I'm swinging. I don't think so. I don't know, man. As it looks like the shield might have a little bit going on upon harvesting. Like when I hit. Does the shield look more intense? I don't know, man. And then the weapon wrap reactive? How? No idea. Not reactive to dealing damage, getting elims. It doesn't glow at night. I really don't know. I wish I knew, guys, but reactive, maybe just to reacting to your outfit colors. You know? I don't know. Pretty interesting here that by default on the Show Your Style cosmetics, you will not see the wrap that matches your current Mandalorian armor. So you're only going to get that when you're paired with the Mandalorian. So it's interesting here because you're only going to see it default when you're not using the outfit. Interesting. I thought it might be cool to create something similar to what we have for the 7 armor in terms of like their blue, like steel and brown. So I also wanted to showcase some combos here. We have Grogu. So, you know, there is no awkward gap between back blings on here. Obviously, some of the holographic ones have that gap, but there's really nothing here that concerns me with how back blings are presented on the outfit, which is great. And I think overall, the skin itself, which includes the weapon wrap. Now, I do want to showcase real quick. The weapon wrap will not showcase what it's going to match in your locker here for whatever reason. I don't know why. It just shows you what the wrap looks like by default, but it will actually change in game here. I think the outfit and the wrap for 1800, considering all of the edit-style options, completely worth. I could honestly do without the back bling and the pickaxe here. The emotes, they're kind of cool, but 100% the outfit is so worth. I think it's one of the best things that they've done for Star Wars, in my personal opinion, with what I know about it and what I've seen. And I think you should pick it up for sure. With my current creation with those handful of combos, I wanted to show you what this lower body style looks like in terms of the physics, because we do have like that extra like leather fabric down here. I think it still looks good. It doesn't interfere with my back bling at all. Very cool option there as well for armor. And you can see here, weapon wrap is now matching my current colors I have on right now. So, I mean, damn, man, knocked it out of the park. It's so well done here. So cool. Epic Games, huge thank you for the early access. I'm in love with this set. Supporter creator PIZO Item Shop. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next on the live stream. See ya.